Alright, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast Trials, and in this video I am going to be covering part 1 of the latest event that just released this week, the Advent of Bogomolova. Basically, the Liliya onboarding event is what we have here, and it's a little bit interesting compared to other onboarding events because it also brings in its own unique secondary objective and also has a catalog, which is not something we saw with Bambino, Jaeger onboarding, or the Crest Twins event. So Liliya is getting a little bit of special treatment, not that she doesn't deserve it. She's a super cool enemy, and obviously her variator is a lot more complicated than any other prime asset variator because it also brings her mannequins to every map. So we will be seeing Liliya's mannequins and herself on every single map, which should be really cool. I'm looking forward to jumping into this. Now, I did play a few trials of the event here, so I do have some grades, but we're still going to be playing through them all in this video. I did this on the stream on Tuesday when the update first released, so yeah, looking forward to playing these through, especially the two new trials. We have Flatten the Foreman and Eliminate the Legacy in here. Otherwise, we also have Despoil the Auction, Cleanse the Orphans, Vindicate the Guilty, Cancel the Autopsy, Punish Miscreants, Empty the Vault, and Fabricate the Scandal. So yeah, should be a good time. As far as what it actually does, I mean, if you haven't played since Season 5 released, I guess you might not know about Liliya, but it adds the Liliya Bogomolova variator, which means that Liliya will make a special appearance in the trial. Her mannequins will be around, and she will also be in the trial, potentially impersonating mannequins, potentially hiding in hide spots, or just chasing you down and trying to kill you immediately when she comes out. The important thing to know about Liliya, which is distinct between her and other prime asset variators, is number one, I'm pretty sure she's always out and about in the trial. I don't think she leaves and comes back as far as I've been able to tell. And also, there's no alarm when she comes out of a door. If she comes out of a door, it just opens and shuts. You can hear that noise, but you don't know necessarily if it happens because that's really quiet compared to the alarm sound that normally plays when an X-Pop or a Prime is coming out of a gate. So that's a pretty distinct feature of her, and she's supposed to be this, like, stealthy, impersonating the mannequins, hiding in hide spots. So it makes sense and works well for her, especially because she will leave and come out a lot. At least on Despoil, which I assume is similar to the case on other maps. If she's not near you, she will leave and come out of an EIG closer to your position a lot of the time. So having the alarm going off every time would be a bit crazy as well. Like I mentioned, there's also a special secondary objective for this event, which is collect the amulets. And this is kind of essential to make this event work almost because, well, I mean, you can still have the Liliya variator without collect the amulets, but it really leans into Liliya's design, of course, because on Despoil the Auction, we have to approach the mannequins at least sometimes to collect the gems. And in this case of the other trials, that wouldn't have been needed, but because of this secondary, you do have to approach the mannequins because there will be little amulets where the gems usually are on the mannequins, and you can collect those amulets. You need to collect 8 of them in solo, which is a lot, and especially on certain trials like this one that I have selected right now on Cleanse the Orphans, it can sometimes be hard to even find that many mannequins. Similar to Under Surveillance and Flamethrowers, the mannequins have a variable spawn rate depending on the map, and on certain maps there will not be very many, so it can be difficult sometimes to even find enough. You need 12 of these in a group setting, so it can be pretty brutal sometimes. But yeah, it's good that this exists, even though there's sometimes mannequins in places where you can't even avoid walking near them. This actually incentivizes you to run up to them and, try and interact with them, as opposed to just completely trying to avoid them in case they are Liliya. We have some standard variators of Increased Threat 2, Unreliable Doors, Limited Items 2, and Psychosurgery. So we do have Limited Items 2, which wasn't very present during the flashback therapies we just completed. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge having far fewer items in the trials here. But it should be a good time. As far as the catalog is concerned, I have 100% completed the catalog already. I think I finished that on the first day in the big stream we did. So yeah, if you want to see a full showcase of the catalog, check out my patch review video. I go through all the items there. But suffice to say, it's a pretty cool catalog. I quite enjoy the room bundle that is available in here, which is pretty nice. So yeah, and also this border profile frame of the flowers I think is really cool. So yeah, happy to see a catalog come with this event. Wasn't fully expecting it, but yeah, there it is that. And then for the tasks, I've done quite a few of the part 1 tasks. We just need to complete 2 more trials, hit Lily with a few projectiles. Maybe we'll bring X-Ray on one of these trials. Let me see. Where would X-Ray be potentially useful? It really would not be useful. I mean, maybe I guess I could bring it on Flatten the Foreman, but nothing really great as far as X-Ray is concerned here. Apparently, there's a way to tell Liliya apart from her mannequins with X-Ray. Like if there's a bone missing from it, then it's not her or something like that. I've never done it, but it's apparently not super easy. Like you can't just immediately tell with X-Ray if it's her or not. So yeah, I'm curious why they put that. And then part 2 tasks, we'll see what those are. Of course, we also have the anniversary task going on right now. I've completed all but 3 of those, which we won't be getting in this part of the event. So that's you know, not something we're going to be worrying about too much right now, but is also cool as part of the update. And is there anything else I'm forgetting? I don't believe so. Oh yeah, also just briefly, the sleep room is also decorated here, so you can see there's flowers all over the place. It's mostly just these flower wreaths and stuff that are the decorations. So those are pretty cool, and that's part of why we thought a catalog might be coming, is because of these flower decorations, because normally for these lesser events they don't decorate the sleep room, but in this case they did. So first up, we're going to be heading off to Despoil the Auction, which is of course Liliya's trial. So the Liliya Bogomolova variator is not on this trial. That's not possible when it's the actual Prime Assets trial. They've seemingly always done this for onboarding events. I mean, Jaeger's didn't count. Obviously, she doesn't have her own trial. But for Franco's onboarding, they had Poison the Medicine in there. For the Crest Twins, they had Shopping Mall in there. And now we have this again. It's a little bit strange because the event basically doesn't apply. Although we do still get the secondary. In this case, it makes a little bit more sense, whereas we didn't even have a secondary in those other events. It's just a little bit strange because you don't get to really see the new impact of the event, adding these mannequins to the other maps when it's just the normal map that already had the mannequins. But anyway, enough yapping from me. We're going to head into Despoil the Auction. I'm going to remember to bring Backpack this time, and I think we're going to have to stick with Evasive through this whole event. I mean, you could consider that to be a bit lame since it pretty hard counters Liliya, but with limited items too, it's going to be pretty hard to bring projectiles at all times necessarily, given the fact that we might be, we might be struggling to find them at all. And since we're going for A+, we kind of need to bring Evasive to avoid taking damage in those cases. So yeah, we're going to go with that, and we're going to head out to Despoil the Auction. I'll see you guys when we arrive at the trial. All right, we've arrived here at the resort, Despoil the Auction. One of my favorite trials these days, definitely. And for some reason, I get a lot of pushback on this next thing I'm about to say from people, it seems. And we got a stamina booster here, so we can try and leverage that into a instant door, garage door, if we are quick, because the stamina booster adrenaline lasts longer than the normal adrenaline. So maybe we can make it here. Yes, it seems we will. Seems like there's a variable amount of time before this Xbox comes out of that gate, but that was good that we got that. But yeah, for me, currently in the game, and I am going to make a Trials tier list, it's just not been the priority since we have the patch. So basically the content schedule right now is going to be this part 1 of the event. Then I hope to get my Outlast trial, or my Outlast 1 critique video out, and then I will do part 2 of the event probably, and then we will have the Trials tier, or no, actually we're gonna do Courthouse Overexplained before the Trials tier list. So the Trials tier list will probably come out like during part 2 of this event after the Courthouse Overexplained. But anyways, sorry, I'm just like going on tangents. What I was saying is the controversial, allegedly, thing that I wanted to say is, for me, top 2 trials in the game right now, main trials that is, are Liquidate the Union and Despoil the Auction. And for some reason, a lot of people don't like Liquidate the Union. I don't know. Maybe it's just because, like, you know, they Franco bad and they don't like Franco, but for me, Liquidate is just an amazing trial, and I mean, it's pretty carried by the finale. Let's just go inside here. We have no Liliya's in the lobby except for that one, which is good to know. And don't forget, guys, by the way, down below to smash the like button. Smash the like button, just like this right there. Boom, just like that. We also demonstrated it by doing it ourselves. But yeah, maybe it's because Franco bad. It is pretty carried by the finale. The finale of Liquidate is the best finale in the game at the moment, in my opinion. It's just such a cool objective. Yeah, it's your... I'm sorry, buddy. But yeah, I mean, Despoil is also in that top two, obviously. So I wouldn't necessarily say definitively which one I prefer, but I'm gonna have to in the tier list technically. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on Trials, I guess. I'm just kind of yapping about that for no real reason. But anyway, let's go ahead and start this trial. Got to get the tutorial part out of the way here. Got to watch out for tutorial Liliya, who sometimes can come out. But if you get a red, then you need a blue. If you get a blue, you need a red in parts 1 and 2 here. And the amulets are going to be interesting. I don't know how easy they're going to be to find. Apparently, I've heard from people that there are different symbols. Okay, there's an amulet right there. I guess they're it's kind of easy to see from far away if yeah, like that's clearly got an emerald on it. So that's good because it would have been annoying to have to go like very close to each one to check. And I assume if it has an amulet, it can't be Liliya? Or can Liliya potentially have an amulet on her as well? I actually don't know that. That's an emerald, but it's lighting up, so that means it's not Liliya. That's an interesting thought. So we already have 3 out of 8 of the amulets, but yeah, I wonder if Liliya can have one on her in this trial. In the other trials, obviously Liliya does have an amulet on her chest, as far as I understand it, so you can't tell her apart with her having like a gem and not an amulet. Yeah, apparently the blacklight that shows on mannequins with amulets is different. That it's not a skull or a $sign. So I'm curious to see what it actually looks like because I've never seen it, and nobody actually says what it looks like. They just say it's different, which is fine. It's just kind of funny to me. Oh shit! And I thought there were kind of a lot of mannequins in this room, but thankfully we do have evasive, and that's why we have it because of that situation. I mean, I do have 2 bottles on me here, but still, it's nice to have the ability to keep those. And of course, if she jumps me, oh shit! I thought that was her again, but it was actually the pusher. This is kind of bad because Lily, I mean, there's not a lot of places for her to be right now. So she's probably in the owl room somewhere. Oh man. Hey, don't be rude, man. Maybe we're best served. I don't know. Okay, she was right here originally. Can grab this amulet. Of course, Liliya did have a gem right there. We could see on her chest there. Okay, the pusher's likely going to be leaving any moment now. Let's check if our lobby Liliya has a... no, that's a gem. We need the owl key, so I'm a little bit afraid of Liliya being like in that hiding spot or something. So, gotta be careful. We do still have a bottle. We don't have our evasive available. Okay, she's behind me there, making noise. So we can go quickly upstairs. Drop this here for potential use later on the other door it's available on. And we can hopefully quickly get this generator powered up. Now, apparently in the recent patch... Oh, shit. Why is everything boarded up? I think we have time here. Now this is, yeah, this is finished. Okay, that's a double hit plus the battery, so that's kind of insane value on the stun there. Dude, unreliable doors is carrying right now. There's another boarded up door here. Looks like we go all the way over here. It doesn't go in there. Where's this? What? What is this wire? Who are you? This stupid pouncer is just sitting in the way. Oh my god, the wire bamboozled me, man. And now we don't have a throwable, although evasive might be back. Where is she? Oh my god. Her freaking whispering, dude. Maybe she's gonna go into stealth here? Yes. She is going to stealth right there. I mean, only having one Liliya in the lobby is kind of crazy. Who, why, and how, and when. See, that's one thing that's going to be not happening later is the pitcher. Because with the Liliya variator on, we won't be able to get pitcher, Jaeger, or pusher. But since it's not on in this trial... Oh, wow. This wire... Oh, it's over there. I'm stupid. Now, obviously, we don't have the Liliya variator in this trial because it's Liliya's trial. So we can get other reinforcement X-Pops spawns. Damn, we just need one more amulet and everything's got a gem on it out here. Okay, so the speed run is not going great because of this one battery that is... that's probably one of the worst places it can be. I don't think I've ever even had it down there in that little nook. But hopefully we can go for it. No, of course. Even in my Psychosurgery A+ runs, the pitcher is just a piece of shit. Can never really escape in confidentials, though. We can grab an amulet for our final one. That puts us at 8 out of 8. I don't even know if I feel comfortable running for this without one. Yo. Oh my god, this sucks. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go to the other side. Pouncer in there. Liliya's right there. What the heck? She's just friggin'... Was she just going into stealth, or does she sometimes, like, break stealth to look around like a freak like that? I don't know. Interesting, though. Can grab one here. Yeah. If you don't get both batteries in your first, like, burst of warmth, or whatever you want to call it, from the... when you first get into the wolf, or the cold area, I don't know why I called it wolf, but, like, you know, into the cold area. I guess you get the wolf key out of it, but whatever. When you first get into the cold area, if you don't get the key from your first burst of warmth, you're going to be in a rough spot a lot of the time. Oh my god. Just be... Oh, no! I mean, I just, unfortunately, walked my head on those cans, and we have Jaeger now. I didn't mean to throw that brick. I was trying to door snap. We can get this, and hopefully get out before we take damage. Yes, okay. Barely, to be honest. Yeah, we're not loving the situation right now. I can't ping. Okay, she doesn't see me. She's turning into a mannequin. So we can grab this. I don't know where Henrietta is exactly. That is Liliya. She's waking up, potentially, as we open this door. Nice to quickly find batteries in this area before the Night Hunter comes and bothers you. But not always easy to do so. There's one. The other one's usually in that room we checked, but I didn't see it. go. Potentially we have 3 outside here. I don't love that I'm doing this, since I'm probably going to get chased by Liliya now. We are ahead of her at the very least. And got one here. Anything in or nearby to the spa? No. Okay, feels like this is not gonna be one of them where there's 3 outside, but it is. I've never been more wrong. Let me just grab this if you would. Oh no. Okay, we now have no throwable, but we should have evasive up if Liliya grabs me. And we can grab this key. To be honest, no, please. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna just quickly go open this door because Jaeger's down there and getting in our way. I guess I should have brought a or whatever, a black light up there with me. I can still just do that quickly here. I don't think Henrietta will likely get all the way up here to try and mess with us in time before she has to leave, before her time has come. So let's see. We gotta get our ruby. Not from you, but you. I would definitely be curious to see an amulet-wielding mannequin's symbol, which I think this one had an amulet. Oh, cool. So there you go. That's what it looks like if it's an amulet mannequin. Very interesting. So now we want to mainly go downstairs into the basement to loot the large number of rubies down there. Oh, I didn't open this. I forgot. Stupid. Why did I run all the way back through the Night Hunter area? Very unwise of me to do such a thing.
Think I'm deaf?
But it's okay. Let's head through here and quickly open this. And we can leave the bear key behind since there's no use for it down here. We do not, of course, have the smash amp, which is generally fairly useful down here. But yeah, I definitely would prefer evasive in this case. Make sure we drop them in places we can get them from. This was like the only mannequin in this room. Okay, we have pusher. There's 3, so we should be able to carry the rest of them with us. I think there's supposed to be like 7 down here. This has got to be one, right? Yeah. So we won't be dropping these ones. Let's hope this guy moseys on by. Thank you. Thank you very much, my good man. Let's see. Garbage. Is there really gonna be... Hello? Ah, the right cheek that time. Okay, is there gonna... Yeah, I guess there will be one more on this side of the room. Hey, an amulet. There it is. So we've got 4 rubies with us. Dawn, please. Please, Dawn. She's just freaking out. For what? To no avail at the very least. Oh. She says servant and serve in such weird ways. Serve. She says like servient, it sounds like. What a ruthless door close. Has she blended in just like that? Potentially? Or has she just got the quickness? It's something I currently don't know. It seems like she must have blended in back there. There's no way she sprinted up this far this quickly. So we've got 4 rubies to be chucking into the bin here. Actually take the shortcut, which we neglected beforehand. And then we can go back down and get the 3, which are placed fairly shallow into the basement. And that'll be another 90, which will put us at 290. We need 2 more following that, and those can be easily requisitioned from... Is that Pitcher? Pusher, don't care about him. Those can easily be requisitioned from the top bear room and the downstairs owl room, which we still need to... We'll need to retrieve the key for that, which is upstairs by the double door. I don't appreciate that, not so much. Outlast 1 tech here? What do you think? Is he gonna bash it? He should bash it. He didn't bash it, folks. He did not. He simply did not bash it. He took a long... Oh, I did not anticipate the existence of cans. But it's okay. There is my ruby. And you swing, and you miss, and... I mean, yeah, was I playing it a little bit greedy, a little bit on the edge with that grunt? Sure. But I can't really chalk that up to much but unlucky, personally. Unless I wanted to really go hide in the dark for that and wait for that grunt to, you know, lose track of me, and then I would have noticed Liliya was there or whatnot, yada yada. You get it. We should still be okay on grade unless I, of course, die in disastrous fashion, which is certainly possible given my health state. I don't really know where the secret room is. Is it potentially the one downstairs in the finale? Why is this giant inside? Are you even allowed to enter the indoors? Is that something you are permitted to do? Alright. Wait. I already grabbed this ruby. I'm the dumbest? Yeah, I'm the dumbest. That's just the truth. We, I guess, will reroute our choices to Dark Wolf instead, since that is likely the safest alternative. I mean, it certainly is the safest alternative. So we gotta head back into this area for that purpose. Don't jump into the giant. That would be sad. I'm keeping an eye out for a heal, but I would most generally prefer the secret room, which is not right here. Alright. Let's quickly grab this before whoever's coming out over there becomes a problem. If I could find it, it has to be this one. We are prepared to complete the auction. Cover the rest of the balance, as they say. And yeah, I guess I'm just gonna... I believe that the secret room is basement here. Although I didn't thoroughly examine the dark area over there. I maybe would have missed it if it was in there. Well, let's start the auction. So sad too, because of course I was in this jumping animation, so Liliya gets to hit me instead of her potentially having grabbed me and thus triggering my evasive, and then me not taking damage. I've gone the wrong way, and I realize that only now, when it is too late for me to necessarily reroute. Give me a door snap, please. Liliya's behind me here. We will drop this here, and this is the way I wanted to go. To the potential secret room location right through this barred door is here, so that was the hope. However, we need to survive the encounter. We got the buttons pressed. We're simultaneously getting a crank. Is she in a barrel or something? Where did she go? It's not my concern, really. I'm simply gonna heal myself up. As well as, might as well take the battery booster and the rig recharger. I mean, we might as well take pretty much everything, because we don't have much else to be filling our inventory with. Is that her? That one has an amulet, so certainly not her, of course. So that's an interesting point on this trial. So if you don't hit me again because of this, please. This is not going to work out well for me at the end of the day. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. It's not. Okay. Somehow I've survived this horrible situation. Unscathed, in fact. And for that, I am grateful. I am most grateful. Now, okay, she is still on my cheeks at this stage, it could be said. Did she not know where I was? She was just running up there? Are we being truthful with these statements? No. Oh.
The secret of the kingdom of God has been chosen.
Okay, this was a strange series of events. Yes, she's going to hide in that closet in there. Yes, Liliya. Go in the closet. You love that closet. I might... No, you're supposed to go in the closet. Where are you even going? Okay, sure, you can hide there too. That's reasonable enough. No, the picture... Picture ruins everything. Yeah. I simply can't do anything. And he turned around. And Liliya. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. She really did not stay in stealth for long. That much must be said. Who locked this door? Are you trying to tell me the picture is still out and about? After that whole debacle? Liliya's like over there. Right? I don't know. I try. Wow. So where? She seems so upset about things. I mean, I'm not moving. Why are you yapping? Are you okay, ma'am? Okay, she seems to like to speak a lot right now. I think she went into stealth, potentially. Get some cranking done here. Wait, MASH? Has this been changed? Wait, what? Why is this guy talking? Does that guy usually talk? Is he someone who normally speaks? Wait, I haven't done Despoil since the patch. What is her deal right now? Oh, she's glitching out. Why is the sound coming from my right? She's clearly right there in front of me. Wait, so what happened before? Because she wasn't even hearing my crank. I will come to you. I would like to see what's going on inside your head at this stage. You've got the don't move covered. I don't. Well, you know, these things, they happen, I guess. I mean, now that the picture's gone, okay, so I only clicked once, and it still does that. So you don't actually have to mash. It'll never not be brutal, I don't think. That's very strange that they've changed that button prompt when it still functions the exact same as it did. Should we wake her up? Okay, we woke her up. I could have taken the free win. I could have, but I mean, that felt a little bit against the spirit of the event, you know? Go ahead and wake her up from her very strange, admittedly, stun lock. Self-stun lock. I didn't do that to her. Is she hiding right there? No. I've had times where Liliya's been seemingly absent on this finale, but I've never known why or where or what she gets up to. So I would assume it amounts to something like that, but somewhere I wasn't aware of it taking place. Okay. Is she gonna come out in the lobby like she likes to do? Yup. Oh, I'm aware of your tricks, Liliya, okay? I've become wise with my age. Okay, I assume she's gonna be far away at this point. Which, I don't even know where I put the crank. I'm an utter fool. Now, if she's got the Giga Brain, she would come up the stairs to my left, currently screen right, and grab me. But that would be highly unusual. Yeah, I'm absolutely not mashing. God. I don't think I mean, even if I at some point get over it, which I probably will. Right? Maybe not. But regardless, I don't think any finale has made me continually cringe quite so much as this one. Which again is just a testament to, in my opinion, the savage brutality of it. Where are we going, picture? You absolute piece. So the pitcher has severely increased our time on this finale by being an absolutely annoying piece. I would kind of assume that Liliya is out and about right now. Okay, maybe he will leave to a sufficient distance that I can crank. Yeah, I'm gonna hope that's far enough. And now Liliya is seemingly absent again. I mean, I can only babysit her so much. Potentially, I didn't go downstairs far enough for her to switch, because I was only in the main chamber, and maybe she's still hiding, like, in the lobby or upstairs or something. That would be my guess. And there we have it. I'm sorry, Dawn. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's her right there, by the way. We know that. Because there was no mannequin except for this one in the lobby. Liliya does like to hide right there outside the lobby, so we'll let her be. But yeah, that was an interesting bug where she was just staring at the wall. I've not experienced that before. but I dare not take advantage of such things in good conscience. You understand. And yeah, she seems to be taking a bit of a siesta in the lobby, which is okay. We all get tired sometimes. I mean, she's been working hard, going to every trial environment. By the way, I don't know if you guys have been reading the lore notes, but the latest lore notes are pretty wild. Easterman is going off the deep end. If he wasn't already, he's certainly headed there. But that is it. A+, 32 minutes, 18 seconds, Despoil the Auction, Advent of Bogomolova, Psychosurgery here. And yeah, overall, I'm not too upset with that completion. We did have sound trap triggers, which are not showing because of the thing being cut off. But the one received damage was partial impatience, and I mean, it was a combination, I guess, of somewhat impatience and just getting a bit unlucky with Liliya's happenstance positioning at that point, but otherwise fairly smooth. Not the fastest completion in the world, but we were getting a little bit cheesed there at the end with the pitcher, and also the placement of the cold wolf battery was pretty bad. The one in that back far corner did not help us out. So anyways, we're gonna head out. I mean, if I had immediately recognized where the wire was leading when I did the stun on Liliya and the grunt and got that other battery, then I would have been able to get out of there really quickly and cleanly. I just don't think I've ever had the battery be in that corner before yet. I mean, I've played the trial quite a bit, but I guess not enough to know every little thing. Either way, that is it for the first trial. I'll see you guys for Cleanse the Orphans, which is up next. Alright, we are here for Cleanse the Orphans. And yeah, this one probably shouldn't be too difficult, but as I mentioned, collect the amulets might be difficult on this trial in particular. I had this actually on my escalation run last night. Or I guess not it was during the day yesterday, so not quite last night, but regardless, it was, I literally had to scour the trial to find the amulets. It took me longer than the actual trial itself, because there was just no mannequin spawns seemingly, so should be interesting seeing how it goes here. I've also heard rumors that apparently you can get 2 Liliyas at once on this trial in particular, which is confusing to me why that would be the case only on this trial, but hey, we will see if that happens to us for whatever reason. Let's drink that health booster. And ideally there's a throwable early on here, but it doesn't always happen. Thankfully we did get one. And we're going to want to get inside quickly. That's kind of the name of the game of these trials. When you get the Liliya Variator, you want to go into the trial and get it started very quickly, because Liliya will come out nearly immediately, like even into the tutorial areas of the trial, and start trying to kill you. So getting out of that tutorial section and into the main parts of the trial where you have more room to maneuver is very important. So we're going to be making sure we do that on these, especially like Flatten the Foreman and Eliminate the Legacy have this problem often. And honestly, I saw the radio, of course, but my main concern is looking for mannequins. There doesn't seem to be a lot of them at all in the dorms, if any.
I did not come to be served, but to serve.
See, she says it in such a strange way. Where is she? She went in there. Okay. So we might... Okay, Gooseberry is going towards the radio that I also want to go for, which is in here. So we can just follow her. Thank you very much, Gooseberry, for leading us directly to the location we need to go. She's right here. Gooseberry will go directly to the radios and check up on them. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this secondary. So hopefully we can find enough. The chapel and basement area seemed to have the majority of them. And we can check over here. Oh, interesting. I never even noticed that you could see through there. Okay, so here we have one. Also, something that's quite interesting on escalation that I could possibly mention here is that even though like if you get the amulet's variator or the amulet's secondary objective on its own, Liliya herself will not be in the trial. You have to have the Liliya variator, but there is the amulet's variator, like it's its own separate thing. So it will spawn mannequins, and of course don't forget to smash like. It will spawn mannequins into the trial, but it won't bring in Liliya unless her variator's there. So it's kind of interesting that when you grab an amulet from a mannequin, they actually do talk. It's like very softly with like Liliya's creepy ass voice. So it's kind of thrown me off sometimes hearing her talk when it was a mannequin in my, like, because you're obviously right next to them when you pick up that amulet, and that seems to trigger them to talk. Yeah. I feel like this part can be so annoying just because of the positioning of the window, which is by design obviously, but still, it pisses me off sometimes. I'm gonna go down the hall and just hope we have one of them down here. Are you good? It's grunt with the delayed reaction of all time. Sorry, Liliya. Stop NPCing in my way, please. I was kind of hoping to get her and the giant, which didn't happen. Well, that sucks. So we brought that other reel over there for no reason. They are both. It is a 1-2 spawn. Okay, Liliya's turning into a mannequin right there, so we don't have to worry about her for the time being. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Is like Liliya. I mean, this is obviously. Yo, she's camping the reel. No, I stepped on glass. Oh my god, everything's going south. As a pouncer, like obviously Despoil was Despoil, as you know, business as usual in that regard at least. Jump it, dodge the pouncer. Is Liliya still? Oh no! Yo! Let me throw my brick, man. We'll check secret room, I guess, and potentially more amulets over here. Amulet right there. Yep. The worst part is when you find a mannequin and it doesn't have an amulet, which can happen, apparently. Please, man. Can I do the objective? I did not mean to throw that. God, why do I keep accidentally throwing my items? But yeah, I mean, clearly this is the impact of the Liliya variator. She is constantly out, constantly harassing you, and then, you know, if you manage to escape her grasp, she's going to go into stealth somewhere and potentially get you that way. So it's quite interesting. I think it is probably my favorite prime. What is this piece of door doing here? I've never even noticed that before. What the hell? Oh, that's where the pouncer is? Much less threatening than I thought previously. But yeah, I mean, Lily is my favorite prime at the moment, so it makes sense that her variator would be my favorite prime variator, but hey. It's still, like, it's good that they implemented it this way, because if they had her leaving the trial on occasion like all the other primes do in their variators, it would be quite disappointing. Look at her, there she goes. Really? I find that hard to believe. I don't know, I guess I maybe don't know the positioning of that locker very well, because I felt like I hadn't really turned the corner and I got grabbed. I did take the long way around there to avoid Liliya. Don't want her to grab me. Oh, this grunt is being quite aggressive. Liliya is also coming in. Yo! What?! I mean, we know from Liliya's evidence documents that she has so-called heightened awareness, or I think the more well-known term would be cheating. But yeah, she came right to me there. This grunt is doing one of their patented waste their time by standing in one place looking at one thing forever moves, which we love. We do have this amulet. Maybe one in this room crazily? No. Alright, let's finish this objective and we can move on. The items are actually not coming quite as scarcely as I had expected. Maybe I'm just too used to the Ultra 3 limited items 3 on Ultra 2 that just completely hamstrings the items, but it's actually not too bad for keeping, you know, a throwable or two at all times. No mannequins in this transition area. Maybe out here in the courtyard. See, this is what I'm saying, though. There's, like, where are they at, man? There's just none. How am I supposed... I need 5 more of these damn amulets. Obviously, it was never really going to be a problem on Despoil as long as, you know, they appropriately replaced some of the gems with amulets, and there were plenty, of course, as we saw. But on these other trials, I mean, it's kind of brutal. And it also... Like, when this happens, I don't know if it's the case on any other maps, we'll see. I mean, Courthouse is notorious for having a lot of cameras or flamethrowers, which we have Vindicate next, so we'll see if that translates to Liliya mannequins as well. But on a trial like this, you can be more likely to be cautious around a mannequin because it's more likely to be Liliya because there's fewer mannequins in general. But also, I don't know how often Liliya will actually disguise herself as a mannequin on these maps because maybe the lack of mannequins in general means there's a low number of potential spawn points, and so Liliya will not have many places for her to go hide because she certainly must use those same spawn points as hiding spots for herself. Does that make any reasonable sense? I think it does. But I might have said it in a way that was foolish and incomprehensible. Regardless, we've been able to acquire a couple more amulets here, and this grunt has discovered us, which is okay. We got the key. Pouncer in that barrel there, I guess. We need the diamond key down here, which is here, so very nice. Oftentimes I feel like the pitcher comes out in this area, so again, that's one blessing of the Liliya Variator, is she removes the pitcher, pusher, and Jaeger. I assume the same thing applies to the amulets, where if the amulet is glowing, that means it's a mannequin and not Liliya. Who has seen me at this juncture? We just need one more amulet, which we should hopefully be able to find in the basement. Screamer's being quite annoying. Now, I wonder how much they've tailored Liliya to these maps, because like on Despoil she clearly has very specific things that she does based on where you're positioned, like that thing I kind of read her like a book for doing during Despoil, where she was downstairs in hiding right below me and I went upstairs to like potentially start cranking, and she didn't go up the stairs, she instead left and came back out in the lobby. Like, she does that all the time on Despoil, so I wonder if they gave her specific things like that on other maps. Probably not, right? So she might have a bit more unpredictable behavior. And of course we have like, this is probably the worst possible generator spawn. Oh, we actually got another mannequin. So we got, like, we actually got pretty lucky here, if I'm gonna be honest, based on my experience so far. Or either that or I got unlucky on my other trial, but from what I've heard from other people, this trial is just bad for amulets, so we probably got lucky there. Finding them all without really any struggle whatsoever. I think I just heard Liliya open a locker, potentially. So Night Hunter is being predictably a massive pain in the ass with this generator positioning. I mean, there's not, in truth, a ton you can do. I'm just gonna try and bring him over here and stun him, and then go for it here. But even that will probably not give me enough time to completely finish this. At least we got the fuel. Oh, you're telling me he sees me? No. Why is the music still playing? Whoa, she's quick. And of course I jump this and land on a psychosis mine, dude. What is that luck? Oh god. We actually saw an antidote down here in the storage room. There's nothing I hate more than vaulting an object and landing onto some sort of hazard. It just feels so frustrating. Which happens most frequently on Fun Park in my experience. Alright, let's just go for it here. Shit, I didn't realize we had to do this. Garbage. Look at her sprinting to my tinkering noise, bro. She's crazy. Also, not sure where the secret room was on this trial. Probably girls' dorm. Okay, we're good. We've started the generator. We've already chopped our friend's legs. So we can come in here, hit the button, and proceed with the ending. Yeah, a bit of a frustrating sanity loss there, but shouldn't be the end of the world. We also stepped on glass earlier, but whatever. What is this? Why are we glowing, this little piece of door? You could say it's a reflection, but that's a reflection. This... I mean, I guess it's also changing. Very peculiar. I've seen things like that happen. On like shopping mall, there's sometimes this like glowing patch because on a on an MK or a different MK, there's a light there. So that's interesting. Oh, you're in the bus today. Gooseberry's doing parkour over the wall. There was also another mannequin outside, it looked like there, unless that was actually Liliya. So we potentially could have even gotten 10 angels. You dumbass. I wish we could see Liliya right now. I mean, we do need to throw projectiles at her for our task. But, ooh, is that? That's maybe her way over there. I hit the hanging corpse, bro. How unlucky. Whatever. I mean, we've been hitting her with some things occasionally. Probably the evasive counters don't include that. We got completed 6 trials. A plus 60 minutes, 37 seconds. Cleanse the Orphans. Advent of Bogomolova psychosurgery here. Not the greatest time ever again, but hey, is what it is. Lost sanity once, triggered 2 sound traps. Just tragic to land on a psychosis mine when vaulting that thing, but whatever. We will take the A plus that we got. And we've just got one more main trial to go for part 1 of this event here, which is Vindicate. Not my favorite trial, but we'll see how many mannequins we get over there. Okay, we have arrived here at Vindicate the Guilty for the event. I've gone ahead and pinned the projectile task, so I'm going to try and finish that in this trial. if I can find the number of objectives that or the number of projectiles that I need. And wow, we are immediately greeted by a couple of amulets here. So yeah, it appears that my potential expectation, there's another one there. My potential expectation of Courthouse delivering on this front has already been potentially partially realized at the very least. So again, I mean, I even heard Liliya come out there. It demonstrates what I was saying before, where you really want to get out of the starting zones immediately because of her potentially being there very, very quickly and trying to kill you when you have very little room for maneuvering. So yeah, we're heading through the library here. Another amulet and confidentials. Okay. So yeah, we haven't even gotten start. That's her. Wait, what? Oh no, it's not her. That's her. Boom. There's one projectile added to the counter, wasting my rig in the process, but that's not the goal or importance here. Smash like, don't forget. So that was actually the first time we found an amulet without it having an amulet on it. Sorry, a mannequin without it having an amulet on it. I'm stupid. So that's... Yeah, I find that a bit annoying. Personally, I kind of think they shouldn't spawn without amulets, but I mean, I guess if they are going to be spammed in the trial, which this one potentially will be, that's not as big of an issue. I wonder if she'll spawn when we're doing the evidence and acid here. I feel like she might. I really wonder, like, why not just put the acid, like, right there or something? At the very least, save us the suffering. I mean, there might be, like, a hard lock on being able to spawn in this part, like, because imposters can't spawn in and stuff like that, but also maybe not. So let's not dawdle too long, as I wouldn't want to get caught here. Like, if she just, like, came out of that gate, it would be kind of fried. But I think we're good. So pour this and head into the actual part of the trial. See if we get early secret room. I cannot remember the last time I had this secret room in this hallway right there. It seems to constantly elude me at this point. But no matter. Let's look for our blacklight box instead. There's another projectile to the counter. Of course, this screamer immediately repositions to an equally annoying location. We have secret room here, actually. 1, 2 more projectiles. Dude. I hate pouncers. I despise pouncers, but Liliya is awesome. So there you go. There's the conundrum. But that is a waste of our evasive, and I'm certainly wishing we had some sort of projectile to maintain our safety. But we currently are itemless. That was a bandage, I think. Oh no, that is a bottle. That'll do just fine, thank you. It would appear we potentially have one of the rooms over on this side. There's another mannequin. Yeah, there's certainly plenty of mannequins around in this trial in comparison to Cleanse. There's Liliya. She's right next to Coil, getting in a hiding spot. I know one thing with this event that a lot of people were, I guess, sad about or are complaining about even are the lack of voice lines for the primes in regard to Liliya, because like Coil, Gooseberry, and Franco all have lines kind of generally insulting each other or thirsting over each other. You know, that's generally it's one of the two if they're talking. Where is this thing? Did I really miss it somewhere, dude? Why is this little box so hard to find sometimes? Here you go, another projectile for you. 4 more to go on that. Where could I have missed it exactly? I'm struggling to think of a spot. Hey, another brick. This screamer is going to be a pain in my ass.
Let them hear.
I mean, is it really in one of these rooms? That'd be so lame. I think I just stepped on glass. So there goes our flawless. It is. It's right here. And how did I not see that? God, I'm blind, I guess. That's kind of insane. Wow. There's that heightened awareness, most certainly. Not saying she couldn't have followed me there, it's just 048. Like, I don't think a normal Xbox would have made it that far on my ass. 2048? Like that weird mobile game that was around for a while? Okay, I didn't know what she was bashing in there. Thankfully it wasn't the door that I had only recently locked. Give me another amulet and we can drop off our first piece of evidence. Liliya did see me there, so I'm going to be taking the scenic route to the acid section, which is up these stairs. Although I guess it's not really that much slower than the other ways. Also got to remember I can certainly go revisit that hallway for the secret room if I would like. Another amulet, 1 more to go. Where's the acid? In here? No. Must be in that one like little hallway room, I suppose. Potentially accessible through this crawl space, right? Would that be where the acid lies? Grab this. Looking for any sort of brick or bottle again. Or is it in the big room here? Ah, okay. I feel like it's very common to be in this room. It's very annoying because this grunt is like permanently camping in this room. And of course I do that stupid long leg forward jump that makes noise instead of a normal vault. And in typical fashion, this grunt is just pacing back and forth, and something that a human mind could likely never predict. And he opened that door and came back through it, potentially? But we should be okay now with our pathing down the stairs. We just have to hope that Coil doesn't happen to see us on our way by, which I fear he often does. We could also hit up the secret room at this point. I feel like we might as well do that. I'm not sure where the other... Oh, it's over there. The button is trying to lure me in front of the pouncer, which it may do, actually. Okay, no. I'm not sure which of those lockers the pouncer is in, but That could have potentially been very annoying. Load up on things here. Might as well grab the rig recharger. That'll give us enough. Whoa, that was right there. Give us enough firepower to complete our task. Should no more throwables decide to manifest. And now we slowly walk our ass back to the fountain to drop off our acid in preparation for the upcoming witness section. Where is the Burger King? Over there. Should be far enough away. Yes, indeed. And there we have it. Back to the courtroom we go for presentation of evidence. Yes. Let's do that. Smash the mic. Hello to the judge. Hope you're doing well up there. Objection. You gotta love that guy. Good one, Coil. So good. Alright. We'll leave the key behind. Find it unlikely that I'll want it anyways. And we're here for the lovely 3-bowl witness tutorial. Which I think I've personally just always loved ever since the trial was released. And oh, it's such a good time. This part. It would have been nice if this was locked. Because we could have used our master key that we left behind. Actually, I think my last weekly task is to use the master key. Oh, also have to unlock padlock doors. Could unlock them with the master key. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Maybe if I find 2 padlock doors, I will go out of my way to do that. Although, even if I do, I still might not bother. So let's not make promises that aren't going to be kept. We have a grunt. Door snap this. I think our witness is going to be in one of these rooms or the big room here. Oh, I did not see this. Liliya's in there. Here's... Are you stupid? I thought he saw me. Okay. We can smash over the head with the bottle here to work on our task. One more hit is required. I don't actually know where this witness is at. She got into a barrel. There's a brick that will deal with her sufficiently. I guess he's in this room? I don't know. That's weird. Oh, I couldn't even see him. No, get a hit, get a hit, get a hit. Fuck you. God. Oh, he actually went and crawled that? Bozo. No, oh my god, what is this, like budget enraged witnesses? How are they running away immediately? Oh, we're bashing in doors? Sure, sure. Might as well. Boom, son, there it is. We've unlocked part 2 of the tasks. where is this guy, bro? Is he here? He's not. We finally got a hit on this witness, who has been maximizing his annoyance. How are you gonna hit me when you're running to the thing? Wait, this witness is fucking... He's like cheesing my cooldown on my... He's cheesing my invincibility frames, bro. Like, what was that? Instantly swung again at the perfect time. Oh my god. Everything's going disastrously wrong on this trial, man. It's very upsetting to me. Sometimes witnesses are just the actual worst. And I maintain to this day that they have way too long of a lunge range. They'll go from a standstill to across an entire room in 2 steps. Yeah, I bet you come and try and kick me right there. How could this ever go any more poorly? I guess if Liliya came over here and started fucking with me. Problem is, the witness has not yet ever come to this room, where it's typically the most convenient to deal with them. No, I'm not trying to say Why are you standing there looking that way? I'm not trying to say I've necessarily played this immaculately, but still. I've also, I fear, been getting incredibly unlucky. Oh my god. Milliseconds off of a successful hit there. And he's leaving again because he saw my shoulder blade. I don't think I've struggled with this witness to this degree in an eternity. Like, I cannot even recall the last time I had any trouble, let alone this much trouble with this guy. Swing, dumbass. Get on the floor. You're dead. Thank you very much. God, you are the worst. Okay, now we must go downstairs and deal with this guy, who will hopefully not prove as massively annoying. And yeah, there's just been a clear abundance of amulets pretty much at all times here, so no worries in that department should ever enter your mind if you're working on this event yourself. Another one right there. Hello. Goes right there. So we're not gonna go for the double hit. Plus it's better to just go for the 2-hit KO anyway with the stun, potentially. Okay, good. I was really hoping you wouldn't notice me somehow and get away. Now we can dispose of him. Much more cleanly. Yeah, I bet you can still grab me a lot of time too. Of course she hits me and doesn't grab me, bro. As I'm saying that it was a clean witness execution, Liliya appears from nowhere. Oh, I really hope I don't have to do this god-awful trial again. It's just not enjoyable. I mean, if those 2 witness lunges count as 2 separate damage, I will be frankly furious. Honestly, I might just die on this finale if Liliya decides to sneak up and kill me. Not sure how well head on a swivel will work against her coming up behind me and killing me from like that insertion gate or something. It's like head on a swivel, 360-degree swivel type shit. Can we do this? No. It's like very close to being done though. Nah. She tried. Where's he going? Like literally we can finish this even with her right there, I think. Yeah. That's how close it was to being done. And we're going right up the rip here. Careful for giant. He went in the other door. This guy. Clock him on the head with a bottle. Hopefully that provides enough time. We know that that's an amulet, thankfully. Smash the button. Surely we still get the A+. I will stick around to give some friendly love, at least a brick to Coil. How did that not hit him, bro? That like went through his head. Oh, it's gonna be an A and I'm gonna be sad. Thank goodness. A+, 22 minutes on the dot. Vindicate the Guilty, Advent of Bogomolova, psychosurgery here. And it must have been, yeah, so 2 damage received, once from an insanely behaving witness, and second from Liliya just appearing from the shadows to slap me when I say things were looking up. But regardless of the incredibly sloppy completion, I will take the A+, because I don't want to do that trial again. But yeah, that is all the main trials done. We're going to be moving on now to both of the 2 new MKs for the next 2 trials. So I'm looking forward to those. I will see you guys when we arrive. Oh wait, before I forget, let's check out the part 2 tasks actually. My bad. I nearly forgot that we completed part 1 in that one by peppering Liliya with sufficient projectiles. So let's have a look. Claim our poster, which is a very cool one, and then that. Not sure if I will or will not decide to use X-ray at all, but let's see what we've got here in part 2. We do get the poster of the catalog, which is pretty cool looking in my opinion. Complete 9 trials, which we will do obviously within part, because there's a second part of the event. Score A+ in 3, complete 3 trials at psychosurgery. Usually it's been 2 trials in the past, I think. Oh wait, actually that might be incorrect. Oh, this one's a cool one. Okay, so I always love the part 2 tasks. They are generally more interesting. So you have to hit Liliya with a projectile while she's posing as a mannequin 3 times. Very cool. So being able to recognize her as a mannequin or following her until she assimilates as one is very cool. Use 5 booster items. We are using boosted, so that will be easy, but another decent one. Complete a trial without anyone getting damaged by Liliya. Complete a trial of the special therapy in under 10 minutes. We should have no trouble doing that with like cancel the autopsy. And then we have using the, oh, it's another trial maker one. Complete a trial that has both, I think it was Deadly Prime Asset and Liliya Variators. So we will save that for part 2 probably. I'll do just like we did for Winter Kills, which had a similar task. I will do a part 2 trial or a bonus trial for part 2 where I do that custom challenge. So it should be fun. And yeah, now I will head off to the MKs. See you guys for Flatten the Foreman. All right, we are here for Flatten the Foreman. It's a new day, a new recording session, and we're ready to get cracking on the MKs. Do apologize for my slight bit of saltiness during Vindicate the Guilty. I was a bit tired, I believe, at that moment in time, and probably shouldn't have been attempting this, but hey, we got it done at least, and now we're here on the MK challenges, starting with Flatten the Foreman, and definitely important to note on this one is that we want to get inside the factory very quickly, as I mentioned before. Liliya will be coming out very, very quickly in this one, and we start at the entrance of Incinerate, one of the spawns that you can get for that trial, and we have to get inside the factory with one of the faulty zappers, and that's loud, takes some time, so you don't want to get caught out by Liliya, so we're going to want to try and get in there quickly. Let's hop into the trial, see what we can do here. And we get a health booster, which is not very useful for us. We don't even get an amulet from the first Liliya. Careful for the crackhead lurking. 2 no amulet Liliyas. She likes to come out of that door from what I've seen, so let's get this done here. And yeah, there's her yapping. Honestly, I'm still a little bit worried of even not getting caught out by her here. We have storage, men's showers, foreman's office, and bathroom. Okay. Storage, men's showers, foreman's office, and bathroom. So we're in storage here. And yeah, I guess I could talk a little bit about this MK. I've played it a decent amount of times at this point, although I still haven't encountered it in my escalation run. Overall, I think it's a pretty good MK. It's pretty fun, and you know, it's a nice thing to have another MK on the main map of the toy factory, as opposed to, you know, in the basement, which we've had more MKs in. There's 3 down there, and then there was only shut down the factory. I wish that hadn't happened, but hopefully I can sort of get out of here. It's also very cool. I like the way the difficulty mechanic is used in this trial, even though well, Happy Heart made a whole video on it, and it doesn't seem to be super impactful. Like, he let it get all the way up to difficulty 10, which is the max, I guess, and it wasn't really a big deal, or as big of a deal as you might expect, given that there's 10 difficulty levels. But in all truth, that is not that big of a surprise, at least to me, because we already kind of knew that about the difficulty levels from experiencing them on the other trials, you know, where you know, you get, if you don't like even do any boxes on eliminate the past, or you know, you do very few, you're still not going to have that tough of a time getting out. It seems like we have a lot of mannequins on this trial compared to some of the mains, but also many of them do not have amulets on them, but I don't think we'll have much trouble getting all 8 regardless. And yeah, they brought back these temporary, or these one-time use zappers from Cook the Informant, was where we originally had those. And you know, they're not that interesting of a mechanic in general, I guess. There's seemingly just like, you know, I would rather there be a lot and have them easy to find, but I don't think either way would be that compelling, I guess. I don't really know how to phrase this eloquently per se, but it's it's pretty much just like a very brief annoyance, and then you get rid of them, and it's like even in this trial, even though there's a ton of them, you just need to open the ones straight down the middle. I don't know why I'm in this room. I want to go in there. I jumped instead of slid. That was very slick of me. So that's going to be about 100 noise triggered demerits. Maybe we can get our key. There we go. We're getting our difficulty increased. We should be able to, confidentials, should be able to jump off of this without damage. Sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked in what I was saying, but I think the main gist of it is, like, it doesn't tend to be that impactful to have these gates, because they're very quickly and easily dispatched, and Where's the foreman's office? Is that upstairs? I don't actually know where that is in this map. And like on the exit rush portion of this, like as long as you have appropriately opened the... Oh, shit. Thank you, evasive. It's very strange when you get hit there and it doesn't actually damage you. But hey, I'd rather it not than damage me and then trigger my evasive. We're a little bit low on stamina here. Double bash required. There is an amulet there, so that can be the last one we need. Or we can take that one as well. Anyway, overall, I like this MK. I think it's cool. I think it's fun. But the exit rush is generally not very high pressure on this one compared to the next one we're going to be doing. However, the difficulty system is nice. I just wish the difficulty level increases were actually more impactful than they are. Since, as it stands right now, it's mostly inconsequential. And usually, I mean, if you know what you're doing, which I frankly don't really, but like once we've played this trial a bunch and really know it well, you're not going to be getting to very high difficulty levels. Men's showers, I see. And then foreman's office, I guess, is somewhere upstairs in C sector. I'm not sure. I only know of the foreman's office in the basement area, which is like the big one that you go into in which trial? Fabricate the Foreman sometimes. I guess it must be one of these rooms up here. Maintenance is there, we know. But there's never a key in foreman's office in, you know, Fabricate the Foreman, so that's partially why. Oh, this is the foreman's office. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. I just, this is where you, like, get the hint for a key in Fabricate the Foreman as opposed to an actual key itself. What else do we need? We need the men's showers. There's Lily. I mean, I guess it certainly does make it a bit annoying to navigate the area elsewhere when you don't have the zappers. But I think the main impact of it... Oh wow, that's Liliya. Can we actually get past her without her grabbing us? No. So she has a pretty big range for her pounce. I mean, I knew that I had evasive up, so that's the only reason I really tested that. But I guess we have to go up the B-side stairs, which is going to be right through here. Of course, that grunt. Completely oblivious to our noise reduction footsteps. So yeah, I mean, overall cool. I think of the two, I would probably say I like the suburbs one better, but it's pretty close. I mean, this one definitely has an interesting blend of different mechanics, I would say, definitely. So I like that about it. Men's showers is where our key is, and there it is. You see, like now we have to go the other way to get down. Oh no, there are stairs here as well. So there's stairs on either side. Why are you on your way up there? Did you see me? I'm not sure. So I mean, there's a decent amount of grunts here, but I don't actually know what difficulty level we're at. And we've got all the keys done. Who's that? Gooseberry? Yeah. So we just need to hit the button and then get out of here, basically. We don't have stun. Oh, that's a good find. That's a good find right there. Oh, there's another bottle there too. I think I don't go for that, but I just go and press, and then we can just run for our lives here. Actually, I want to see what difficulty I'm at. I'm just curious. Difficulty 5. And I wouldn't say I speed ran this trial by any means. Oh, Night Hunter's there. Okay. But yeah, I wouldn't say I speed ran this trial by any means, so it's probably generally not going to be a huge issue. There's Gooseberry, but the gate is already open. I assume that is not actually Liliya, but you never know. And there we have it. So yeah, I think my thoughts were extremely jumbled and not very well articulated in this trial, which I apologize for. We did get, we got the 8 plus 9 minutes, 49 seconds, Flatten the Foreman, Advent of Bogomolova Psychosurgery here. Just the one triggered sound traps where I jumped through those cans like a fool. But yeah, we got a couple tasks done there as well. But yeah, definitely better than Eliminate the Past as far as the difficulty system is concerned. But I do think on Psychosurgery, potentially it could be even more punishing. Although the minute and a half is fairly short. Like, especially if you're in a group, you're going to get to like difficulty 2 or 3 and then be on your way out. And it doesn't really have a big impact. But anyway, I'm sure I'll talk more about that trial in days and weeks to come and properly discuss it. So we're going to head over to the next MK now. All right. We are here now for Eliminate the Legacy. And in this one, you actually can't really get out of the starting area very quickly. And Liliya will be coming out very fast. So it's a little bit spooky sometimes. So I'm probably going to try and wait until she goes into hiding, because she's going to come out of that gate usually. I mean, maybe she'll come out right next to me here, so let me be careful of that. We'll just wait and see here with this sort of like sight line which of the, yeah, there she is on my right. Okay, she's going towards the main area. So I mean, it's kind of, I think it's kind of cool that she comes out sort of quickly in these trials and is like, you know, she doesn't really give you a second to breathe. So you have to be prepared. All right. Are we going to get a giant as well or no? What's the thing? We got the smoke cloud, so that's going to be this thing. My lights just flickered in my house. I hope things are fine. She's going into that locker, so we definitely don't have to worry about her now. And we can get out of here. So yeah, definitely playing that stealthy, I think, is going to be the go-to if you have Liliya. I mean, obviously, on this event. I guess there's no enemy that comes out there. Which I would normally expect, to be honest. Like on Get Out the Vote, there's a giant at the very start. I would have thought that there would be a similar situation here. Now we need to be careful of Franco. Oof. Oh, he sees me, I guess. Okay, he shot twice, so we can definitely move. I'm mostly used to playing this on enraged enemies from a custom trial that we played on Friday. So it'll be a little bit easier than that, at least. I think I do want to bash this. There's a pouncer there. Can we trigger that? Oh, I wish that door was open. I really do. It's Keys Go Car, everybody's favorite. Okay. Oh no, please, cactus, protect me, cactus thing, please. Are you fake? You look fake. Fake ass cactus. Yeah, a little bit scatterbrained, you could say, today, so I apologize if my commentary is less than peak. It's been a bit of a strange day. Let's look for the target. Is that... okay, this glows, so... and this also glows. We're getting some nice amulets here. It's interesting that these MKs have had a bit more Liliya spawns, or mannequin spawns, I guess, rather than the main trials did. That also glows. We can grab it. This is a nice trial to have Smash on for that, for the ending. I'm kind of A little bit nervous for this ending here. I mean, I'm afraid of getting this trial and escalation. It's gonna be scary. I think I'll go through here and go all the way around. Because I mean, like, certain variators on this trial are gonna be like super fried for the ending. I don't believe there's a target in this room. No. So we can check the right-hand side of the hallway here. There we go. Keys go car. And can we see? We can. That's the wheel. So we'll just continue through this pathway to check the next room here. Haven't heard about any Easter eggs being included with these MKs, which is, you know, fair enough. Not every update needs to have one of those, or maybe even should have one. But just keeping folks aware of those. They're always cool little things. Like, for example, the chest one we got was, I think, very cool and unique. Franco breathing is nearby. We want to check that. I think we got what I would consider to be the bad spawns at the school. The ones that are in either the main room there or the small room over here, because they're like dangerous to get to. And that is the keys go car door. The Liliya mannequins love to whisper in your ear. We'll let Franco figure his life out over there before we go. Oh wait, can you actually? Oh, nice. You can actually just throw it through that little gap. That is super handy. And we should definitely take our higher odds of going backwards instead of checking the main hall. And there is our door. Boom. Alright, so far so good. Definitely the sort of trial you want to play a bit stealthy if you can. I'm a little bit afraid of getting pounced by one of these, but I think fake Liliya will have an amulet. So if it doesn't, I think if it doesn't have an amulet, then you're good. Oh, please. I wanted to go through this door because it seems safer, but honestly, with him looking that way, I'm literally just going to jump this and run all the way down and trigger the next targets. I mean, I might as well when I know I'm free to do so without being potentially shot. There we go. It already triggers from that distance. Oh no, cans, man. And this guy. Thank you, Liliya statue, or mannequin, for protecting me. Dude, can I stop jumping into cans like an absolute fool? We have Carjack or Catapult or Koala Bear, depending on who you ask. And there's Liliya. I would like to see her turn into a mannequin so I can do that one task. But she seems, as far as I could tell, she seems more likely to go into hiding spots than to turn into a mannequin, at least in these trials. So she's obviously in there. I'm just gonna get some doors open here and make a bunch of noise. Didn't want to stay in the lit up house. Yeah, we need to find the wheel. If you don't know what the symbols you need to find are. That's annoying. Also, I wonder how far you need to get away from Liliya on these, you know, in the event and in random trials for her to, like, teleport to you, basically, you know, to go through an EIG. Is she still in that barrel? I don't know if there's any way to, like, check that. That's battery. Because obviously, ooh, is that her? It is her. That amulet's not glowing. I didn't remember there being a statue there. Pretty sure that's her. Looks like we might have one in the back dark area. This having a gate over it is really annoying. Maybe I can quickly check this room. I'm a little scared of random Franco bullets. That door's also blocked. Just trying to listen out for any man baby breathing. Oh, that's the sound. Yo, this house is just locked down, bro. What the hell? think we can sneak into the back, and there's the wheel. So that's number 1. I don't think it can be back-to-back the same target, but I mean, I guess better safe than sorry. I'm checking, right? Can you see this one without going into the house? Seems like potentially not. Oh, and that is it as well. And you still have, you have to do 4 targets here, so it is a lot more of an effort, especially with such a larger area to be looking in. Bro, this house right here has like so many entrances completely blocked. Yes, please open that up for me, would you? And that's actually what we need to hit again. Okay. We're getting pretty lucky with the target order here, I would absolutely say. Can quickly check this. I do think it can be the same target like in the sequence, but it won't be the same one back to back. Not sure what that noise was. This thing I feel like is always at least boarded up, this door on the back of this little entryway. I haven't seen Franco in a while, but I did hear him earlier when we were heading into the dark. That's car door. Yeah, we'll try going the hallway route and sneaking through. Ooh, there's a pouncer there, and this is a... Wow. Smash that window early to potentially trigger any reactions. Okay, Franco's coming directly to where I'm at here. Potentially, but we can use that to our advantage if he does do that, to loop around him through the other exit. And that is a grunt who maybe heard the window noise. And Franco's going that way. So we will try to follow kind of behind him. Also, I realize now I noticed Liliya as a mannequin and I didn't throw shit at her, so that was foolish. So I assume it only works once, and yeah, as you can see, this mannequin is not here anymore, so we were correct in our deduction that that was her, and we're here at the end now. Of course, don't forget to smash the like button down below if you haven't already, and we can get the ending of this trial started now. This is exit rush here, but importantly, Franco does spawn in, and the gates don't really open in time for you. Well, but I guess potentially with a bottle, we can like hide right here and throw a bottle there, and that might be good enough. Because Franco does come out right there before the gates open for you, and also Liliya will come out from that same spot. So once he's out and aware, yeah, that seems like a worthwhile bottle. I don't know if that grunt is always there or how that works. I mean, I'm definitely not super aware of things in this trial, but of course, when we get to this ending, we do have to do 3 more targets in order to get out. And this is the coolest part of the trial, I think, and one of the coolest parts of the update in general. Plenty of fake Liliyas here. But we want to get here quickly before Franco necessarily arrives himself, trigger the closing of the thing, and that's probably Franco. It's the fuel gauge that we need to hit, which I think is that. Oh, yeah, he saw me. Do we have stun? We do. Oh, we can actually go this way. I feel like that window won't always be open, but in the event that it is, I will take advantage. I think this is worth just to stun him here, and then we can find the last one and get out. So yeah, that worked perfectly. All right, I will definitely take that. Pretty flawless ending execution there, thanks to the power of the stun rig, and that little loop through that window is definitely strong for just buying yourself time and getting distance on Franco. A plus 13 minutes, 7 seconds, eliminate the legacy Advent of Bogomolova Psychosurgery here. So we just, again, triggered one sound trap. We're just inches off of flawless every time here, but I mean, I'm not that concerned about it. We've also hit 1,000 of these now useless event tokens. Love to see that. But yeah, overall, I like that trial quite a lot. I was kind of mid on it at first, but then the exit rush sequence is really cool. And, you know, I don't mind it as much as I did before, just like finding the targets, although it can sometimes be frustrating navigating the school. Just depending on the blocked paths that you get, it can be like a pain in the ass to get to the different rooms, but we didn't have it too bad in that case. So yeah, that's the 2 new MKs done. We're going to move on now to cancel the Autopsy, which should be decidedly less interesting, probably. Okay, it's time for cancel the Autopsy, and this was the trial I was gonna... Oh yeah, weekly task that I can't claim because we're not in the lobby. This was the trial I was going to do for the speedrun task, but we already got that on Flatten the Foreman. That's this one here. So what do we have left? Like, the only one we really need to worry about and try and get is this one, since we're using booster items, and then we'll do the DPA, like I said, in the part 2 video. If there is a custom trial maker thing, I guess, on the on the tasks, I will do it in the part 2. That's going to be just sort of the general idea. Hopefully amulets aren't too bad on this, I'm thinking about now, potentially, because this map is fairly small. So we'll see how that goes. Smash the like button and smash the window. It's customary after all. You don't want to forget that. Let's quickly check the angle for the door corpse. We did not get that. And we can get all of this stuff collected for the hints. So far, I'm a bit worried still, since I haven't seen a single Liliya, but there is one here. Careful of the Burger King. And that is the lady herself. Where? Wait, what? She didn't instantly go into stealth right there, did she? That would be strange. Looking for club here. Okay, I have yet to have the glowing amulet tech, I guess you could call it, let me down. Although sometimes... Okay, she did instantly go into stealth. She did not appreciate my scrutiny, I guess, and decided to try coming for me. That is an I key. I would like to... Okay. Oh, that was not slick at all. Her parkour skills are impressive. You gotta admit. It's nice that we can just freely sprint around and grab amulets. Is that a club? That's hard. Damn. She just yaps, bro. Constantly. I assume it's going to be in here on my left, or potentially between the cars in the main area, actually. Yeah, we haven't checked that. I assume, yeah. Of course, we also have the Night Hunter in this area, which is good to know because then you won't be in Sector C. It's not there, or there. Where have we not checked? No nerves in your brain, it's all in your head? What's the truth? What's the truth, Burger King? Let's see. I mean, we've already seen 2 in this room. Surely there's not one right here too, as well. No. Oh, is that it right there? Yeah, it is. Of course, the Night Hunter is literally about to post up right there. You're cringe, man. Right, I also hit Liliya. Somehow. Was she a mannequin at the time? Did we get progress on our task? We did get progress on our task. which I believe was at 0. So she must have been hiding nearby. So I'll definitely take that. Thank you very much. And now we can head out. Yeah, Night Hunter has a chance to either be in A or C, as far as I understand. In C, he will be on the, you know, confidentials. He'll be on the side of the stuff that has, you know, the side that has the generator for Sabbath of the Lockdown. Sorry, I'm just stopping mid-sentence. I know that can potentially be annoying. I guess, like, I don't know, it seems like on trials like this and on all the MKs so far, really, 8 amulets has seemed like a reasonable amount because they've come fairly abundant. And, you know, we've gotten them rather quickly. And even on Cleanse the Orphans, I mean, it wasn't that bad. But when I got it on Cleanse the Orphans on Escalation, it was really bad. So it's interesting, I guess, how variable it can be. But it is, again, expected with something like this. Same way it happens with many other variators. I've explicitly mentioned flamethrowers and cameras already, but there's also... like hazard vents also have a similar situation where some maps there will be just a nightmarish array of hazard vents in every corner, in every hallway, and everywhere you look. And then on other maps you will find barely any at all. So yeah, we need fire. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. And this is it. So yeah, pretty painless. But you'd hardly expect much more from Cancel the Autopsy in general. Interested to see. She's going to get into a barrel. I wonder if that could count potentially. Like, let's just try this sort of throw. It did not count. I believe it only served to piss her off, which is fair enough. Let's just slot these keys and get out of here, if possible. We can continue working on that task in the next trials. Yeah, looks like we're going to be okay to do the usual escape. Just go into this room to avoid the giant. Ooh, there were confidentials in there. Smash the button. Throw that, which is potentially not useful, but I want to get the confidentials. Okay. The giant did not care about my bottle, which is fair enough. He knew where I was, but he wasn't worried for too long about looking for me. And there we have the trial completion. We got A+ in 3, complete 3 at Psycho. We love to see it. A+, 6 minutes, 27 seconds, complete Autopsy. Advent of Bogomolova, Psycho surgery here. Vast majority of that completion taking place within the confines of A sector. So, yeah, kind of interesting, I guess. But anyways, that's that for that MK. We'll be moving on to the next one here. All right, we are here now for Punish the Miscreants, which is, of course, on the fun park. And for some reason, I imagine there will be a lot of mannequins on this map. I don't really have a specific reason why, but it just seems like one that would have a lot. And there's our 5th booster item used for that task there. And is that Liliya coming out already? Or I guess we wouldn't hear an alarm. So was there even an alarm sound? That is Liliya. Do not blow up, please. I would like to be stealthy behind her. She went this way. Again, I do want to see her turn into a mannequin so I can hit her with a... Wow, you're so sneaky, Liliya. Look at you. How could I ever know that you're in there? Let me... Oh, shit. I was trying to get a good, solid picture of her crouching up under that hiding spot. That's, is there normally a crackhead there ever? I don't know. More amulets. But yeah, this trial, not the most interesting in the entire world. For me, at least, but We'll get it done. Would have been nice to have a stamina booster here for sure. Gotta be careful of the Night Hunter up in this area. Button is in the other room. And of course it's padlocked and boarded up, and the window is blocked, and we can't get into it any other way than the way we were already navigating. So we should go back and smash the like button. Very, very good. Swing. Thank you. Oh, dude, why does everything gotta be horrible with unreliable doors? I swear, man. This could go horribly wrong for me. And it did. It did go horribly wrong. Although I don't fully understand how exactly he got a piece of me there. It's certainly not entirely unreasonable that he could hit me. Yeah, I guess I didn't quite remember that door being completely blocked off and inaccessible, so that most certainly ruined my chances. Although, I mean, in reality, I should have attempted a hit juke. Even in the tight quarters, I mean, I could have pulled that off and potentially completely avoided the damage. But, you know, I'm just griefing, I guess. Do we have the one button that, like, goes through this? No? I mean, oh, okay. Potential. Wait, what? Oh, she instantly went into stealth right there. Okay, perfect. So that's 2 out of 3. That's interesting that she sometimes comes out of the EIG. Okay, well, I guess we can just run a lap around here safely. It's interesting that she sometimes comes out of the EIG and just immediately goes into mannequin stealth. I would not have expected that to be something she would do. Oh, he didn't dominate me. Oh wow, he actually no. Oh man, the machete grunt's cooldowns are so low, man. Oh well, combination of skill issues occurred. We'll be back. All right, take two. Let's see if we can do a bit better this time. And we did get the stamina booster, which is ideal. I would love it if Liliya would just be a peach and come out immediately at the beginning here and go into stealth for our last task step here, but maybe she's gonna head back to that same exact crawl space hiding spot. This is so far the exact same pathing she took. Oh no, oh wow, she's going into stealth in the middle of the walkway. Take the brick, Liliya. And there we have it. Hit Liliya with a projectile while she's posing as a mannequin 3 times. We will take that, and we will take the take the brick freak, take the many amulets that have already been available. And now it's just business as usual, complete the trial. Because is that the last task? Oh no, okay, so we won't get the, or wait, we already did get, no, okay, I was looking at this. We won't get the poster until part 2, but that's fine. I don't want to necessarily complete extra trials. And again, I do want to just save the bonus trial for part 2. And I probably will, like I assume, I mean, well, every new event comes with a patch, right? So when they do have these event tasks that contain a specific trial maker task, I will certainly be doing those on one of the new trials that came out. So I'll probably do that one on Eliminate the Legacy. Unless people overwhelmingly would prefer to see Flatten the Foreman. I mean, feel free to let me know in the comments, I suppose. We've got... I'm not dealing with you, Night Hunter. we've got plenty of time before I will be making that video to, I guess, decide upon the trial choice. But yeah, like for the permafrost one, which is currently, you know, the only other one that has had a trial maker challenge like that, at least one that I remember and have covered with a completion in one of my videos. I did it on Despoil the Auction, of course, the new trial with Liliya herself. Making a lot of noise and sort of rampaging through the map here. But yeah, we are getting plenty of amulets. And here's a button for one of the children. Just need one more amulet. Could be right here. Oh. Wait, what? The amulet was not glowing at all, and I stared right at it. And then I threw a bottle at it, and it started glowing and let me pick it up. Was it trying to decide if it wanted to be Liliya? That was highly strange to me, but I do not know for certain the inner workings of these things. Oh, this button is in the back here, correct? Yeah, not very far away. Smash that like button. Who is out there? Oh, the giant saw me and is continuing to do so. I assume the giant will have quickly given up. So we should be okay to... I was wrong, but they gave up quickly enough for me to come and grab the child, who will, of course, conduct its incredibly annoying laughter. What is going on with this giant right now? This is, You're acting unusually. Of course, the child speaking and giving away my position does not serve to be beneficial. Okay, this giant is being the most annoying. Okay. I guess I'm just going to leave, as you seem only as concerned as you can be to be maximally annoying and simultaneously ineffectual. Whoo! Now that is a pain in the ass. Classic unreliable doors moment. I thought that was a bottle. It's in fact a small med. Where is the child in this section? Oh. Well, that'll be the button, which is step 1, marathoner. And the child's in this booth then. Swing? No? Oh my god, the parkour. Greedy? Yes. Punished? Never. So we have 2 of them. We need the one that's like in the diner. Or no, not in the diner. Right outside the diner. And then we actually need to bring them all into the barn, which is currently where none of them reside. So let's mosey on over there. Barred doors are obviously quite nice on this trial to increase the accessibility. Oh, it really spoke before I dropped it, man. Should be able to beta Okay, I don't understand the machete grunts sometimes. Machete grunt, I think, sandbagged Liliya there. Although she'll probably still be in hot pursuit. Yes. Yes, she is. Don't be locked. Thank you. Lock it up for her. And wait ourselves a little bit for the stamina. And, I mean, I know Liliya has the heightened awareness, so we might not be able to get away with something so blatant. Actually, maybe I can go here. Drop the child so its speaking doesn't give me away. I think I just heard Liliya get into a locker. So she's probably like over there in one of those lockers, which is certainly ideal since we can freely carefree run to our delivery. And we just have this last one to go. And I will sprint it despite my low stamina just so we can get away from the grunt. And that should be about it. Of course, the ending of this trial is a lot easier than it used to be. Prior to the invasion release, or it might have even been a patch or two after the initial release where they changed this. There used to be a giant that would come out here at the end. And there goes the flawless into the drink by stepping on a psychosis mine. That's what I get for calling the ending easy or free or whatever I said. Whatever, regardless, there used to be a giant here at the ending that would harass you and be in your way. No longer the case. And I say it, I mean, it must have been because of invasion, because it was like that way for so long and has only been changed now after invasion, which is a shame. Similarly, it made Feed the Children a lot easier too. But anyway, 8 plus 9 minutes, 8 seconds, Punish Miscreants, Advent of Bogomolova, Psychosurgery, and it's just going to be Lost Sandy one time. For some reason, I just keep completely throwing away the flawless, unprompted and unpressured, but at least we're getting the A pluses, right? I mean, I did die on this trial in kind of hilarious fashion, but regardless, 2 trials left to go for this part 1 event. Okay, next up we have Empty the Vault, which is like one of the most mid trials in my book. There's just, you know, it's nothing. Oh, hi, thank you. There's nothing that interesting about it to me, I guess. I mean, the decoders are a cool mechanic. I won't deny that. They certainly are fun to, you know, find the crazy lineups, but that does get old after a certain point, so maybe I'm just being a crybaby, which is usually what I'm being, to be honest, whenever I say many things. So let's not harp on that for too long. We already have 2 amulets to get started with here, and that's always nice. And we can grab a bottle. We have our decoder, or as I so affectionately label it, the flippity floppeter. Sadly, we have to take this incredibly annoying pathing that I normally... Did she just... Yeah, she did. Oh, it's in here? No. Is it? No, it's there. Bitches everywhere? How about that? Use my rig 5 times. Gimme, 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 gimme. Line up. Yo! Jesus! Actual Liliya jump scare, bro. Comes sprinting around the corner. Well, we know where the alignment is at. We just need to come back later. And hey, look at that. You see that? I see that. That's the lineup for the triangle, which is up above here. And I think I had amulets on like Stash or something, or like some trial on this same map. And I kind of remember it being a struggle, which I am seeing manifest despite my early 2. We only have 3, and I haven't necessarily... Confidentials? Okay. I haven't necessarily seen a lot of mannequins per se, so that is a bit worrisome. There's one. They love posing in front of these barred doors. Okay, well, I say one thing about there being no mannequins, and I instantly find 3. 4 even. And, okay, that's a suspicious. No, they're both glowing. So, okay, forget everything I've ever said about the mannequin count. It is plentiful and healthy. Plentiful and healthy on this trial. Now we can actually possibly do the trial, which we've so far made no real progress in. I mean, we found the code of 1, or I guess 2, but we haven't actually acquired it. Another pile of confidentials right there. That's huge. Okay, is this going to be padlocked? Thankfully, it's open. We can get through. And I guess our alignment is on the right-hand side of this area here. I feel like if you're constantly moving around the map in like large movements, you can quite reasonably significantly reduce Liliya's impact. Is it the one through the window? Yeah, it is. Oh my god, dude. Have we not had unreliable doors on, like, did we not have it on all the flashbacks or something? I feel like I'm not used to the misery right now that we're experiencing. 849 is the spiral. I guess probably one of the least wise things you can do with Liliya around is backtracking through somewhere you just went through, which is what I just did. But it just made me think of that, you know, possibly she has a higher likelihood of getting a grab on you in that case because she's set up where you recently left. 849 into 624. I'm going to just... This game sometimes, man. Like, why would I ever take damage there? Like, I've done that drop 100 times. Like, when you run off of it, you can take damage sometimes. But that slow drop, I've never taken damage from, or like very rarely. The game just doesn't want me to have a flawless, I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's just such bullshit. Why did I take damage there? You'll never make me understand, I gotta say. 624 and hi. I don't have stun. I did waste it, kind of. 849 is the other one. We still need to get the one that's like in this hallway right here. If we may. 849 and 509. Are you stupid? Why did you turn around? I don't know. $509. Was the giant in the... Where was the giant? Yeah. Don't shoot me, Franco, please. No, you suck. You absolutely suck. I don't think that damage will have counted the second instance of damage. Oh no, give to our friend, the man, the dude, the guy. That really sucks, though. That shot. I mean, I knew it was possible. I greeted, whatever, yada, 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 yada. Et cetera, and so on and so forth. It's just sad is what it is. Just get Franco to play target practice with noises. Hopefully the second... I mean, it probably is going to take my grade down, but we'll see. We'll see. Yes. 8 plus 6 minutes, 36 seconds, empty the vault. Advent of Bogomolova. Psychosurgery. And yeah, received 2 damage. I mean, the first damage was complete BS with the dropping down, and then the second one was a calculated risk, let's call it, where I, Franco definitely, reasonable to hit me there. It's just a shame the giant was causing an obstruction that we had to deal with, and that was what ended up making us take the damage. Anyways, 1 trial left. I'll see you guys for that. All right, final trial of this part 1 of this event is going to be Fabricate the Scandal here on the shopping mall, which we would love a stamina booster for, but we did not get. And yeah, we should have an interesting time with this one. Let's see, we got juice. That's amazing. Sadly, we got department store, no pizzeria. But we do have juice, which is what's important in life. The real question is, will we have any of the gates available and open to us or not? Which is, I mean, with unreliable doors, probably highly unlikely, but we'll see. We have a... Hello? Okay, I don't know what's up with the glowing stuff. It seems to be dubiously consistent at best to have it glow for some reason closed, and I will take the... Oh, we actually did get this side open, so I mean, I guess I will run over to department store to check. Did I just get stamina bug where I get my stamina regen for no reason? I'll check department store really quick, even though we still won't know both sides. Okay, that's actually the blue one that we took down already with us. So depending on the state of enemies, we may just grab that and come right back over here. Otherwise, we can go grab one of the other ones and bring it to juice, which we do have to go through the back halls to access. And I'll probably just go do that. It's nice to just quickly run up and grab another one, so we have more of them out in the map. More of these mannequins. It would be kind of nice if they weren't so far in. Like, you just had the tutorial one in there, and then the others were, I don't know, maybe like at least out here or even at the bottom of the escalator. But I guess that's just laziness, isn't it? And that one is... No, you cheesed me, bro. You threw that so late. And I didn't find any antidote in time. I was literally gonna say, like, I should be looking for an antidote to carry around with me for... Why did it only do half a bar as well? I don't understand. Okay, that's red, which we will grab later. This one, of course, goes to Spatlin in this case, given that we know where red and blue go. Green shall go Ashwell. And it is, I think it's always upstairs. Like, you always get upstairs Spatlin, if I'm not wrong. You can also get downstairs Spatlin, but if you only have one Spatlin, it's upstairs. So there we have that. Let's thumb it up for the photo. And, you know, I feel like we're not likely to find many, or if any, mannequins in the store here, because there's already so many, like, normal mannequins. And it seems to be the case, so kind of curious thing to note. I'm not sure where we should look, maybe in these back halls for amulet mannequins. We just need 2 more, as this giant is destroying the place for no... Oh, spotted that. This will protect us from further Aurora bottles. Confused by that giant's pathing even more now. I thought it only came through that... Where was that? Up there? Maybe? I thought he only came through that store because the front door was open, but no, he just was doing some creative pathing. That'll complete our secondary, and the twins are going away, which is nice because we don't really need to be very far from the center now on that side. We just need to go for juice. But first, we do need to bring the blue mannequin to the department store. Might as well do that while we know it's safe on that side and there's no twins. Get our stamina fully regenerated. Yeah, once I've taken this approach to completing this trial where you go check the locations first, it's much more enjoyable than it was previously. Even though I would still honestly prefer it to just show you on the map which one goes where. just to save time, because the hard part of it is actually bringing the mannequin there, because that's when you're slowed and exposed. But going and checking the spots is generally not really an issue. But hey, I mean, I guess the only time I've gotten a demerit so far in this trial is when I was trying to go check, but that was, I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really have a good counter argument to that point, necessarily. But I still think, you know, that's just my preference of how I would like things to be. Anyways, always nice to drop off the photos you have early, so that at the ending you only have one to drop off when Otto and Aurora are potentially around and trying to get you. Can save you the time of needing to slot them in slowly one by one. Night Hunter is there, but we should be able to just quickly sneak into Juice here and get this last photo. Unfortunately, that is not the case, but depending, I assume, yeah, we can get them to run this way and then loop around. Thankfully, the front gate is open, so we should be able to just quickly do this. And overall, a pretty quick completion for this trial, I would say. I hope. If we can sneak out of here quickly before they come back. Although, I believe once you get the fourth photo, they leave and go to the spawn pretty fast. Yes. As we have just immediately seen. But yeah, as far as my thoughts on the event so far, it's been cool. I would say Liliya has been both more and less impactful than I expected, and I'm going to do this so they see me, and then I run around this way. Yeah, I would say she's been both more and less impactful than I would have expected, which I realize is directly contradictory, but I guess she's much more impactful in terms of just being a chase person, you know, someone that'll see you and chase you and harass you, which is especially prominent on like enraged enemies. But she's not as much of a threat as I might have expected with being stealthy and hiding and getting grabs on you, if that makes sense. 8 + 7 minutes, 40 seconds, Fabricate the Scandal, Advent of Bogomolova Psychosurgery here. I mean, I really like seeing her mannequins and having her on other maps, and we did, of course. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. I took the damage. I didn't use the antidote, so forget it. I love seeing her and her mannequins on other maps. I mean, I think she's such a cool enemy, and just the concept is amazing. I do think some maps, like particularly probably Cleanse the Orphans, and, you know, just in general, the impact of her mannequins as a disguise tool is far less on this than on Despoil, because there's so fewer mannequins, so many fewer, I don't know how you would even phrase that. So there are far less mannequins on any other map than the resort, which obviously makes sense. I mean, on the resort, they are the objective and are going to need to be more than usual. But I still find that makes her ability to hide amongst them a bit underwhelming. And then if she's, you know, hiding in hiding spots, that just ends up making her mostly a regular pouncer, who admittedly will do more damage, but and also doesn't make, you know, noise when you're nearby. But I don't think I got grabbed from her by the hiding spot at all, really. I'm not sure exactly if that's true. But also, I think at this point, after playing Despoil quite a bit and having her around for a while, you are, or at least, you know, not necessarily everybody, but myself, I feel I have a much better idea of how she works, and I can much more easily manipulate her to my advantage, especially by simply waiting for her to come out of an EIG and then following her until she goes into stealth, and then you know you're safe for a certain amount of time at the very least. So yeah, but overall, really cool event. I'm looking forward to part 2, which I will, of course, also be covering. As far as content in the meantime, I'll be streaming tomorrow on Tuesday night at my usual time, somewhere between 7 and 8 Eastern. We'll be continuing the No Loadout, No Revives escalation run, currently on my second best run so far, which is at 56. PB is 72. We'll see if we can beat that. And yeah, that's going to be the stream. And then hopefully on like Friday or Saturday, I hope to have my Outlast 1 critique released. I did the Outlast Trials critique a while ago, and people really enjoyed that, I believe. And I'm looking to expand my content with that series a bit to cover other games. Outlast 1, of course, is very closely related here, but it would branch out further in times to come, so I would appreciate any feedback and support on that video when it does come out. So that'll be the next video, and then after that, we'll cover part 2 of the event, and then we'll be doing Courthouse Over Explained. So that's the content plan. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Really appreciate all the support recently on the videos and the patch and the streams and everything like that. Looking forward to making more content in the time to come here. Don't forget, of course, to smash like, subscribe if you'd like to see more. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.